Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Talk a Good Game, where we're going to be looking at the game of the weekend where we travel to the Etihad, face Manchester City, and it's live on Sky. Delighted to say I've got a regular guest with me, Gonzo. Good evening, Gonzo.
Good evening, sir.
And we've also got a new person on this week. If you didn't think Dave and Sean was impressive enough, hopefully this guy is. New person, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello.
And your name, son?
Jack Sullivan.
There you go. Thank you very much for popping on, Jack, and we do appreciate your time. Before we kick off, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just hit that button below, and if you go to hammerschat.com, you'll find all the links to all our social pages, and we've just launched on Facebook, so do give a like over there. Myself and Gonzo don't run that. That's Charlie's thing, so go give him as much support as you can, or as much grief as you like. Jack, we'll kick off with you. What's your opinion on our own season so far? You must be quite impressed, are you?
It's been a weird season, I think. Beating Liverpool and Arsenal is unbelievable. Obviously, you would have hoped to have beaten Bournemouth and Leicester, but beating Newcastle, it puts us on, but I think it's about a point and a half a game if we then go and lose at Man City, which we may do, but we may not. I think we've got every chance of going to Man City and getting something.
Yeah, I see this game as bonus points anyway, to be honest. If you asked any West Ham fan, after this 5 game, or even after this 6 games, you'll have 9 points. I'd like to think most people would have took it anyway. Gonzo, what's your opinion on Man City's season so far? Are you scared for Saturday?
We should be scared, but for some reason I'm not really. I think it's probably the away performances and a defensive setup and the way we're breaking at pace. But traditionally we've always played teams at the wrong time. So if someone had a £50 million striker that was injured for 3 games, they would come back against West Ham and they would score against West Ham. Or if we just tend to play teams at the wrong time. I think this season, I think the first game, I think we caught Arsenal when they were unfit. We were fit from Europe. I think we played Liverpool at the right time. I also think we played Newcastle at the right time as well. And I think possibly we're playing City at the right time because they're coming out of Europe. Aguero's, touch wood, he's going to score. I'm going to jinx it now, aren't I? But he's not looking as sharp as he might be, and company's injured, so not as worried as I should be.
Jack, what's your thoughts on Man City? Are you impressed with them so far? Do you think they're going to go on and win the title?
I think they've got a lot of points to more than like most of the other teams they're challenging, especially for Chelsea as well. Chelsea's got a real mountain to climb if they want to compete for the title. I wouldn't say they have it yet, but I'd say they're in a real good position to go and grab it.
Yeah, are you worried for Saturday then, Jack, or are you a bit like Gonzo, a little bit fearless, if you like?
I think we've got every chance on Saturday to go and get a result, and I don't think we should really be scared. We've gone to Arsenal, played into the match, done our tactics, haven't worried about them, respected them but not respected them too much. Liverpool the exact same. And as Gonzo says, they've got a few injuries, they've got people not as sharp as what they would have been. And I think we've got every chance of going to Man City. And as Gonzo also says, we're playing them at the right time.
Yeah, before we look at our own team news and what us three hope to set up, I'll go run through some news quickly. Before that, you're going to get launched with my own opinion on City. I actually didn't think they would win the title pre-season. I've been very impressed with them so far. I'm not overly concerned the fact that they haven't conceded a goal this season yet, because I don't think they've come up against a team that's as prolific as we are so far. We're top goal scorers in the league for a reason. I'm very confident we'll score. I'll quickly run through the news now. We've got Adrian back from suspension. He served his 3-game ban and he is back to put pressure on Randall, or the other way around, but we'll touch on that in a second. Matt Jarvis scored on his debut for Norwich City, so that was good to see. Ogbonna is going to be out for 3 weeks, David Gold confirmed on Twitter as well. On September the 21st, West Ham under 21s playing Newcastle, and it's free to get in. So if you're free that evening, it's a 7 o'clock kickoff. Do pop along, and you will see our next generation, if you like, the likes of Cullen, Lee, and Oxford in play. Also, Samuelson scored an absolute wonder goal the other night. Jack, did you see the wonder goal? What do you make of that?
I haven't seen the wonder goal.
Oh, wonder goal. Gonzo, you were shaking your head. You must have been in love with that goal.
Oh, it was brilliant. It's everything. He jinked past one guy and then sort of unleashed a curling 30-yard strike into the top right-hand corner. He's got under the radar, hasn't he? He looked so good in Europe, and because everyone else has been so great, we've almost forgotten about Samuelson, but he's another one to come through. You know, looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, I watched him against Peterborough, and I thought he was real good player, and my dad thought the same. David Gold thought the same thing, and then my dad emailed the head of the academy, and he was like, "Where have we got this boy from? He's magic." And then, yeah, as you said, he's gone a bit under the radar.
Did Jack? Is Tony Henry running that type of thing? Is he bringing those sort of players in?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, we'll move on to our own team news now. We've obviously got 2 changes, possibly 3. I think there'll be 3, but we'll come on to that. The goalkeeper situation. Gonzo, Randolph, you did not really rate him too much, but you gave him a chance. He's done well.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I assume you're going to put Adrian back in, though.
I just think he's such a. Well, Sean mentioned it on the last one. He's just such a character, isn't he? And he does sort of connect with the crowd. He's a good shot stopper as well. I think we're going to need that. But Randolph's done nothing wrong at all. But I would probably bring Adrian back.
Jack, do you agree with that? What would you like to see, Randolph or Adrian?
I really like Adrian, but I think I've always been brought up to say never change a winning team. Always been brought up like that, and I think Randolph, he's kept 2 clean sheets the last game. I think it's very hard to get rid of him, and I'm not sure what the manager says to Randolph if he does get dropped. He goes, "You had 2 good games, but Adrian's back now." I don't know, and maybe you show Adrian that there is a lot of fight in the squad. There is a lot of competition, so it's difficult.
Yeah, it's a fair point, actually. I think the cup games come at the right time for us, actually, so that we can play one and one and one another. I think I think we're a bit lucky. The cup fixtures next week. I think the only reason I would put Adrian is because Adrian didn't really miss out through any fault of his own. It was a red card, but it was something that was just a freak. You know, you're not going to see a red card like that the rest of the season again. But as Jack said, it's very harsh on Randall because he's done nothing wrong. Even when he conceded 4 against Bournemouth, I thought he was our man of the match that day. He made some exceptional saves. It's a tough one for Bilic, but again, a bit like the right back situation last week, it's the perfect thing to have in your head as a manager. Ogbonna's injured. Jack, I'll start with you on this one. What would you like to see Bilic do with Ogbonna injured?
I think he's got to put Tompkins in and then put Reed on right back. But I think Ogbonna's been really good so far, and I can't fault him. He's looked commanding. Reed's also looked more commanding as the season's gone on as well. And I think our back 4, even though we've conceded some goals, not so much the last 2 games, but the whole season in general, I think it's looked really strong.
Yeah, I agree with that. Gonzo, what's your opinion? Without Ogbonna out.
It's a shame, as you know, as I say every week. I think he's big and strong. He looks far bigger in the flesh than he does on telly. Funny enough, I think he's a real imposing presence. You don't play for Juventus in Italy if you're crap, do you? Let's be perfectly honest. So it will be a miss, but you know, as we all rate Tompkins, don't we? So Tompkins comes in, Jenkinson will go to right back, and I think he was probably suffering a bit with confidence, Jenkinson, after his first couple of bad performances, descending off. But that would have done him a world of good, actually, playing against Newcastle. So I reckon Jenkinson comes in, he'll be confident, a bit fitter. And listen, we're going to soak it up and we're going to try and hit him on the break. So bring it on, you know.
He's going to need to be confident against Raheem Sterling, though. I think that's going to be our key area, the right back position, whoever's up against Sterling. His end product's not the best, Sterling, but he still skins his man umpteen times during the game. I think whoever's right back is going to get a booking. I think it's almost guaranteed. Jenkinson's going to pick up a yellow card at some point. Gonzo, do you think there's going to be any more changes to the team that we've seen against Newcastle, apart from the forced ones, if you like?
Well, we didn't think there was going to be a change. Everyone thought Obiang was going to play, and then he surprised us, didn't he, by playing Moses? But I think now he's played Moses, that pace. Yes, I mean we played well against the other teams, but that extra pace on the break you saw with the goal where he hit the bar and he was unlucky to score himself the second goal. That's such an outlet, and if you are going to soak it up and play counter-attacking football, you're going to need pace. So I think if he does change it, possibly he would bring Antonio in, who he has trained very well and is also lightning quick. So maybe that.
Jack, do you agree with Gonzo there? Do you think there's going to be any changes or more advanced roles of the team, if you like, or do you think it's going to be unchanged?
No, I think we'll play 3 midfielders instead of 2. that's just my own opinion. And then I think either probably Lanzini maybe drops.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he's going to bring Obiang back in and take Lanzini to the bench just to give us that extra protection. Because I think we're going to need it against Man City when they've got the likes of Silva and Sterling, De Bruyne all behind Aguero. If he does make it, they're going to need as much help as they can get that back for. But before we move on to the predictions, and I put them both on the spot, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to our channel. It means the world of good to us. If we can get to the 100, we might do a special giveaway, a West Ham related prize. Don't miss out on that. Gonzo, prediction time. I don't think you've got one right this season, have you?
It's overrated predictions, aren't they? We'll go. I'll get it wrong again. We'll go for a cheeky 1-1.
Okay, and Jack, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'd go with Gonzo 1-1.
Oh, I'm going further afield than you two. I'm saying we're going to win 2-1. I think this West Ham team is special, and I just got a feeling that something's going to happen on Saturday. The Champions League has come at the right time for West Ham United.
That's what I said. You're stealing my stuff now.
Well, it's on my bit of paper, so unless you can read it, I had this prep ready to go.
I can't read Scottish, mate.
There's no need for that. Stephen Henry can. Stephen Henry can read it. Jack, are you going on Saturday?
No, I'm really annoyed that I'm not. I've got open day at my school, so I have to go for that, and I'm like, oh, what? Why? But I suppose I don't know. Hopefully I want to watch it, but I think at the same time, I'll never forget when we lost. Like, what was it, 7-1 there, 7-0 in the cup.
Yeah, 6-0. I think we've all got memories of Roger Johnson running 40 yards backwards with Yaya Toure just following him and then fucking it into the bottom corner.
Do you know what, Jack? I think maybe you should have a little cough, little cold coming on for that day on Saturday. Maybe you can't go to the school open day.
But anyway, Gonzo, thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you. Jack,
thank you as well. I really appreciate you popping on.
Thank you.
We've been talking good name. Good night.